Hello out there and welcome. My pleasure to welcome you to this forum, which we call cross-cultural experiences. It's just a conversation about people who have left their place of origin or where they were born, and then they've traveled to another area, and then they encountered some kind of experience. It might just be the same, it might just be unfamiliar. But the important thing is to showcase that people are different. Now, when you go to another place, you have an obligation, to respect what they do. It is not your business to start condemning or trying to impose your will and wishes on other people. And so today I have another gentleman who is called Harris. Joe, just introduce yourself and let's go on.
Hey, my name is Haris Dave. I go by the pseudonym of Joe Barnes since I was born in Pakistan, and I own a couple of software houses. We do logos, websites, etc. And Joe Barnes has been my pseudonym over the phone to deal with the clients.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. I mean, it's like if you were a footballer from Brazil, that's not, they never go by their real names.
I did
Ronaldo.
not know that. I did not know that.
Oh, okay. They just go by any name. Okay,
I
just
did.
go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
So yeah, I was born in Pakistan. Uh, I lived 90% of my life in Pakistan, moved to USA. I've been to a couple of countries except USA. But realistically speaking, I would want to talk about, if since we're talking about cross-cultural differences, I'm going to talk about some of the changes, some of the things that we have seen in the countries that I've visited. I've visited Thailand. I have visited Saudi Arabia for Umrah. I have been living in USA for a while now, and yeah. So
Sorry, did you say you were in Thailand?
I went to Thailand. Yes.
Okay, I was also in Thailand for, I mean, very, very long time. And then we went to, I think, the western part called, is it Suratani or something?
Yeah.
To
Great.
Laos and all that.
Great.
Anyway, I can't forget the breakfast we ate. It was the table, it wasn't a table. The setting was so almost like a field, meaning half filled. By
Yeah.
the time you start and get to maybe 25% of the way, you are already full. And it was called breakfast. I can't forget that experience. But just go ahead, please.
It is. It is. It is. Thailand is a beautiful country. All right.
Yes, it is.
Thailand is a beautiful country. It is full of sceneries, full of beaches and whatnot. All right. It's a place to go to for sure.
Right.
One thing that I noticed in Thailand that was pretty different for me was how really devoted they are as a nation towards their king. All right. Every single
Yeah,
business, yeah, every single business
right.
have got a picture of the king
Okay.
in their shops or restaurant or something else. For example, when I went over there, uh, I went for my honeymoon back in October 2016.
Yes.
Uh, that was the time when the king passed away. All
Okay.
right. And so for that reason only, nightlife over there was completely dead. And they were showing grief.
Okay.
They were showing their respect
The
uh,
king.
towards the king who just passed away, which was a huge thing for me to look at, because I come from a country where if if your leader or if your prime minister or president dies, it's it's like it's almost nothing.
Not
Yeah,
a big deal.
not a big deal.
Right.
Right? Happens. Everybody who came here, everybody who was born is gonna die one day or the other. So what's the point? So life
Right.
doesn't stop over there. But in Thailand, we were in Phuket, my wife and I, and we could see, we could feel that the people are grieving. People are not up to their 100%. They're not as chirpy as they were on our day one or day two. All right.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was a different thing altogether. The second thing that I noticed in
Right.
Thailand is that how serious they are about the cleanliness. All right. For
Mhm.
example, it's not a big deal to take your shoes uh, into somebody's house. If you're invited at somebody's house as a guest for dinner, you're gonna wear your shoes and you're gonna go inside. But
Yeah.
Thailand is so different. They
Okay.
Even when we were going for foot massage, we were asked to keep our shoes out. All right.
Okay.
They made us wash our feet with soap
Before getting inside.
before getting inside.
Okay.
They had a small washing basin right
Mm.
there by the entrance, which was, for me, it was a new thing, because what I've seen is that a washing basin usually at a certain height where you wash your hands standing.
Yeah.
This washing basin was right there, where it at about somewhere around 3 inch space in the ground, so that
Yeah.
we can wash our feet right then and there with soap, and then we enter.
Mm. Okay.
So yeah, that's
Right.
that's one
Did
thing.
did you did you get, I mean, it's amazing that you are going to have a foot massage and then they insist that you wash your feet before you get in. I was thinking
Exactly.
that the person giving you the foot massage will do the washing, but no, it's you.
No, they were doing it, but
Yeah.
we were supposed to do it before getting into the massage parlor and
Okay.
before getting into the salon. All right, so which was quite a different thing for me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And of course, you had to go by what they said.
Exactly. When you
Oh,
when you're visiting a country, or
yeah.
when you're planning to leave your country and come to any other country in the world, you need to know one thing, that it's not your house, it's theirs.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
They're being generous by letting you in. So you have to pay them respect, in a way where you respect their beliefs, you respect
Okay.
their culture, you
Right.
respect their mindset.
Okay.
It's
Well, that's what this conversation is all about.
it
To
is pretty
learn. Right.
it is pretty similar to, let's put it this way, that if you get into somebody's house, and if they do not want you to smoke in their house, you don't.
Yeah, correct.
You do
Right.
not say that I'm a smoker and I've been smoking all my life. Why can't I smoke over here?
Okay. All right, I get you. I get you. Now, were you going to talk about another experience in another place?
Yes, I'm going to talk about Saudi Arabia.
Ah, okay.
Right? I'm going to talk about Saudi Arabia. I I've been to Saudi Arabia twice in my life.
Okay. Right.
Both of the times I went with my wife and my kids. Uh, we went to Saudi Arabia first time in last year September, right? And I loved that place so much that I told my wife while we were leaving after, let's say, 12 days from there, 14 days from there, that I'm gonna
Was it
come.
a, sorry, was it a casual visit or a religious obligation?
It was a religious visit.
Okay.
We
All
went
right.
there for Umrah. All
Okay.
right. Umrah is basically what you do. You go to Mecca. You go to Mecca basically. All right.
Okay.
You do tawaf around Kaaba,
Okay.
and you pray over there. So it was
All
a
right.
religion.
Okay.
After 14 days, when we were leaving, I told my wife that I didn't. It's not enough for me. I am coming back over here. My wife was like, "This guy is being emotional right now. Forget about it."
Yeah.
But in December, when the usual time, where usual holidays, between 23rd of December till 31st of December, I told
Yeah.
my wife, let's go to Saudi Arabia once again. She's like, we went there about 2 months back.
Yeah.
I was like,
O-
I want to go back again. I told you it was not enough for me.
Okay.
So yeah, Saudi Arabia for me was a life-changing experience.
Okay. In what
Right?
way?
One, the the amount of generosity that I've seen over there,
Yeah.
for me, it was unheard of. I've never
Okay.
seen this sort of generosity anywhere. For example, let me put it this way.
All right.
People are gonna come to Mecca with wheelchairs
Okay.
from their own country. All right.
Right.
And let's put it this way, that I'm from Pakistan. Electric wheelchairs are not cheap over there.
All right.
They're
Yeah.
like they're for somewhere around 200 to 220,000 Pakistani rupees, which is somewhere around 700, $800.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But what people do, people buy it from Pakistan, they use it in Makkah for their tawaf, for Hajj, and for Umrah, and then they leave it over there.
They don't rent it out.
They do not rent it out.
They just leave it.
They just leave it in the name of Allah.
Okay.
It's a belief in our religion that if you are providing to somebody, it is what you call sadaqah. Sadaqah means that if somebody is going to use the stuff, you're going to get a good deed against it, written under your name.
Some kind of blessing. Is that
Some
correct?
kind of blessing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the amount of people donating chairs
All
over there,
right.
buying chairs and putting it in mosques, in Haram, in Medina, in Mecca. The amount of people buying food, and I'm talking about food for 200 people, 300 people, 400 people, 500
All,
people at
all
one
right.
time. They're going to
Okay.
buy it on cash. They're going to take that food to the mosque in Mecca, and they will ask, if anybody wants to have food, there's food.
Just come and eat.
Just come and eat. Nobody's going to ask you no question whatsoever. That who are you? Which country are you from? Are you black or are you white? Are you a man or woman?
Okay.
All right. Are you married or unmarried? Doesn't matter. You want to have food? You're hungry? Come and eat.
Just eat. I'm a little bit curious. Like if the person who led the wheelchair and another person uses it, what happens to the wheelchair after the second person has used it?
They're going to put it back to
Oh,
where.
for not
Yes.
just so that it keeps rolling. Any
It
other
keeps
person?
rolling. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Till the time that wheelchair is not usable anymore.
Anymore.
They throw it in the trash bin. Nobody's taking it back to their home. They're
Okay.
leaving it right there. Because
Okay.
they have the strong belief that if I am making sure that somebody is getting a good advantage of this thing, I am going to get good deeds and blessings coming to me.
Also, okay. That's nice. That's nice.
Exactly.
So even if you go there and probably you're not rich enough to buy one, chances are you're going to find one which you can use and then move on.
The chances are 100% that you're gonna find it.
Okay.
100%. All right. I've
All right.
seen people coming from the airport with limping, seriously old age, 85, 86, 87, 90 years old. And you, being a Muslim, you pray 5 times. All
Right.
right.
Okay.
And when you're at Umrah, you would want to do one thing, that you go to the mosque and you see them, you pray at the mosque at Haram in Makkah or in Medina.
Right.
So what happens to you is that most of the times at the mosque only, though it's a huge mosque, at one point in time, there are over 150,000 people could pray over there at one time.
At one time, okay.
But then again, you tend to find a couple of people who were there in the flight with you.
Okay, right.
Right?
Yeah.
And you recognize them, that this elderly person or this elderly lady,
Yeah, it was on the same flight.
it
Okay.
was on the same flight, and you knew that they did not have no wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
Right? But then you see them in Haram, in Makkah or in Medina. You see them using a wheelchair, then you understand that this is how the way it is.
Okay. Okay.
A lot of people come to Makkah with just the thing that is called a flight ticket. They do not have no hotel room. They do
Right.
not have money to eat or anything. The belief is so strong that I'm going to go to Mecca. I'm going to spend every single minute of mine at Haram. All right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
somebody's going to feed me. Somebody's going to bring some tea for me, and I'll be okay. And that happens
All the time.
all the time.
Okay.
You
Well,
go to
I suppose if you have gone there to pray, I
Mhm.
think that's when every human being is at his or her best behavior and best kind of generosity, so that because you can't be praying. Well, I'm not a Muslim, but I don't think you can be praying to God to give you XYZ, and you're not doing the same thing to your fellow human beings. It doesn't make sense.
It does not, but
Yeah.
hey, that's where beliefs come in. All right.
Yeah. Okay. All
At
right.
at
Yes.
times, you will get into any religious belief.
Right.
You'll see that it does not make sense, but that's where faith. That's what you call faith,
Faith. Yeah. That's what it comes. Okay. All right.
right? Let me give you an example. All
Right.
right. A belief is a system where you haven't seen something,
Yes.
but you still understand that this is right.
Correct. Correct.
All right. So that's what you call a belief.
You know, what you just said now, like I said, I'm a Christian. What you
Mhm.
just said now reminds me of some biblical quotation, from Jesus Christ himself, that blessed are those who have not seen, yet they
Mhm.
believe. It's
Exactly.
about the same thing. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Let me. I know we can spend a lot of time, getting it, getting into all this, but I'm really uh, excited that people can be as kind and as generous as you have described, and it's a lesson for everybody.
It is.
Yes, if you have, share, and then you will be rewarded. And again, I think it's one of those Christian philosophers, said that blessed is he who gives than the person who receives. I guess
Yeah.
it's the same thing,
It is. It is. It is. It is.
Okay. All right. Thank you very, very much. I know I've taken some of your time, but it's okay. That is the whole thing about this. Your experience, it's give and you shall receive, maybe multiple times, much more than you have ever gave out.
And
And
that
then,
does happen.
and then people pass it on. That's what
Yeah.
I'm hearing from you. All right. Okay. Then have a good day and thanks for coming. I would like to invite more people if you want to be part of this conversation. The email is crossculturalexperiences, not just one, crossculturalexperiences at gmail.com. Crossculturalexperiences at gmail.com. You can see my name on the screen. Okay. You have a wonderful rest of the day, and then thanks for sharing your experiences
Thank you.
with
Okay.
us. All right.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you for
bye.
having me over. Thank you.
All right, bye.